What's up everybody, Renfail here, back again with another Baldur's Gate 3 guide, and today we're focusing on the Xbox controller and we're covering 5 essential tips for the Xbox console for those of you who might be joining our Baldur's Gate 3 community in early 2024 here now that it's out on the Xbox Series X and S. I've already done a ton of guides for mouse and keyboard and general controller support, so if you haven't already seen a guide and you've got questions, maybe I've already covered it before, check out the playlist below. And of course, if I haven't, just ask. I generally make videos on demand for this game because they do good for my channel, so if in doubt, never hesitate to let me know. If this is your first time tuning in, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams at 8 a.m. Central Time here and on Twitch because we multi-stream and I play a lot of different games, so check out all the other playlists. In the meantime, let's get in game and I can get to the heart of this matter. 5 essential tips for the Xbox. Baldur's Gate 3. Alright, first up is highlighting and area looting on the Xbox. So what you want to do when you want to highlight is you take the right thumbstick, press down, and that will highlight any bodies or things that are interactable in your area. Now remember, it's not a click, it is a hold. So you need to hold it down for as long as you're holding down the right thumbstick. Not pulling it down as if you were moving the camera back and not pushing it forward to move the camera in, but holding the stick down brings up the highlight. And from there, if you want to area loot, what you do is you run up here into the middle or somewhere near and hold down the A button and you will be given a circle like this. Once the circle is up, you can release and it will then open up this window which allows you to then go through and individually loot all of the items that you were able to find within that area loot area loot area. That makes tons of sense. Grammar for the win. Next up is if you have a character who dual wields, how do you turn dual wield on or off? How do you toggle dual wield? So if you're on the controller, the first thing you need to do is hold down the right trigger and actually just click the right trigger. This will bring up the context menu here for all the things to do with your character, and what you're looking for is going straight up to the character sheet where you can manage your character's abilities, features, skills, and equipment. Now once you're on this screen, it does take a little bit of navigating to get over to it, but you're going to want to come over here to the equipped items section of your character. In this case we have a Styrian. And you're going to want to go all the way down here to where it says melee. Now if you look down at the very bottom, there's a Y, it says Y, toggle dual wielding. If you hit the Y, it's going to say dual wield off. Notice that at the top, dual wield off. Why does it say dual wield off? It's because one of these weapons is incompatible with dual wielding. So how do we change that? Well, what you need to do is first you have to have 2 weapons that are dual wieldable, if that makes sense. So we actually need to get, in this case, we'll filter for weapons like so, and we need to find another dagger, so we can go to Karlach here, get the ritual dagger. We're going to give this to equip it in a Styrian. Now you'll notice that the icon on his 2 weapons automatically switched and shows a link between them because the default is that they are now dual wielding. So that's an important note, is that you have to have 2 weapons that are compatible for the dual wielding to work. From here you could toggle it on and off with the Y button, right? So you'll notice that if you look at those 2 melee weapons that you have, the link and unlink button goes away. When it's on, that's linked. That means the dual wielding is working. When it's off, that's what it looks like there. You'll also get a pop-up text at the very top of the equipped items area. You'll see that dual wield on, dual wield off, dual wield on, dual wield off. That's another way to know whether or not your dual wield is working or not. Next up is radial menus, and what we're really looking for is how to keep the radial menus nice and clean. So if you notice mine, I have spells on this one. I go to the next one, I have some more spells and some potions, and I go to the third one, I have this, and then the fourth one. These are all my actions, and then over here I have another one which has some additional things. I only have 4 at the moment, and this is a wizard character. Now of course I'll get more as I level up, but I have all of my radial menus customized, and I have them nice and clean. And the reason for that is because I don't let the game auto add anything to my radial menus. So rather than continually spinning up new radial menus, which is the default for the game, the game will default to adding everything in the kitchen sink to your radial menus, and you'll end up with like 15, 20 radials. You don't want that. So how do you make the game not automatically add things to the radial menus? Go to the options, go over to interface, go all the way down, and you're looking for this right here where it says hotbar options, and you're going to want to turn everything off. Everything is going to be on by default, so it'll add arrows, it'll add consumables, it'll add containers, throwables, potions, scrolls, usable items, throwable weapons. It will add all of those to your radial menus, and you'll end up with 50 million radial menus if you let the game do it for you. So the first thing you want to do when you start the game is turn off all of those hotbar options in the interface section so that you can have nice, clean radial menus like I have. Following on the heels of that is how to customize your radial menus. Now, you can do this however you want. You can go over here, and we can take this one because this is one of the least populated ones I have. I have spaces on this one and this one, but let's just take a look at this one to start with. So the first thing you can do is, move your left thumbstick around, in which, just move it around in a direction like this, and you'll pick a hot slot. Now on the bottom right of the screen, you're going to notice a button that says Radial Customization. Hit the X button. This is going to bring up a context menu, which allows you to set slot, swap slot, clear slot, or you can add an additional radial. I never add additional radials unless my radials are full, or if I need one that's going to be specifically set up for objects and items. So in this case, I want to tell the game that I want to do something fun. So we're going to say over here, we're going to say I want to set a slot. I'm going to go down in here. I don't want it to be a spell. I want it to be, let's say I'm looking for throwables as an example. I already have these on the menu, the Alchemist Fire, but let's look for something else. Let's say I want to put a Smoke Powder Bomb here. Now I've added that. So if you notice, I've got Alchemist Fire, Grease Bottles, and Smoke Powder Bombs added to this second menu, which is where I can have throwable things. Now over here, I keep all of my physical actions like so, and then this last one is where I put things like healing potions, resurrecting. There's a shovel for when you want to actually just dig in an area, like so. We can actually pick the shovel and say, hey, I want to dig here. Can't target self, but let's just say I want to dig right here. There's nothing interesting buried here. But that is how you customize the radial menus. Now, if you want to swap something around, like let's say I wanted to change this for the health potions that are over here on this one, we would come over here, hit X, swap slot, and then toggle over with the right trigger, with the right bumper, and say, I want to swap it with that. And we'll go back over here, and you notice that suddenly I have heap potions of healing. Well, let's swap that out again because I actually don't want those there. Just like so, and now they're swapped. Voila! It is that simple to customize your radial menus. So remember, just X opens up the customization, and from here you can, clear the slots out if you want, swap the slots with something else, set the slots. Whenever you set a slot, the cool thing is that you'll go down here, and it goes through spells first, but then you can get down into crazy stuff, because then you have your weapon abilities, then you have all your actions, then you have all of the items in your inventory that could potentially be put onto a radial menu, and you can add those as you see fit. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload, or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. Next up is snap targeting when you're in combat. Now this is a really easy way to target mobs if you don't want to do it this way. So normally by default, it's going to pop up this cursor, and you're going to be moving with the left thumbstick and turning the camera with the right thumbstick like so, and you're going to move it around, and you can pick the targets that you want. But if you don't want to do that, or if you're in an area where the targeting is a little tricky and you're not able to get exactly the mob that you want targeted, you can easily snap targets by either clicking left or right on the D-pad, also known as the directional pad, also known as the thumb pad. Now this will cycle through targets, friendly targets as well as enemy targets. So we just clicked right, I clicked right again, I clicked right again. So you'll notice it's cycling through everybody on the list. And what it's doing here is it's cycling through Night Warden and Thara, and then it's going to go to the Goblin, and then it's go to my character. So if you look at the top and the way they are organized based on their initiative rolls, it's cycling through targets based on initiative. So that's how you need to understand how it's cycling. So left or right doesn't mean the closest target to the left and right. It just means the fact that it's going through the initiative at the top of the screen, either in order from left to right. But this is how you quickly snap target, is left and right on the directional pad. And there you have it, everybody. Those are 5 essential tips for the controller if you're playing on the Xbox Series X or Series S. The essentials for new players. I've got a lot of other guides, so hopefully you'll check those out down in the links below to the other playlists here. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update as I continue to play Baldur's Gate 3 and many other games here on the channel. And there's a lot of them, so check out the playlists. Daily streams at 8 a.m. here and on Twitch. Support if you can. Thanks to those of you who do, and keep me going full time. And I'll see everybody in the next one. Until then, stay safe. Happy gaming.